Hi, and welcome to A Punk with Toys. My name is Lawrence, and today we're going to take a look at the Operation Monster Force, the Primal Kiloworg number 9 in the line, and this one kind of snuck up because the fact was this one over here, the Night Hunter, we all pre-ordered. Well, not all, a lot of us pre-ordered. That one's 85, this one is 60, and people were trying to figure out what was number 9, and I remember in one of the Facebook groups, the guy said that it's the Kiloworg with nothing. He's just a naked buck, and I remember thinking, there isn't one of those. And then all of a sudden, it just popped up on BBTS at the same time that one started shipping. So we're going to take a look at it. There's been a lot of discussion whether or not it's the exact same buck, the same color, the same paint. Well, we're going to take a look at it and see if it is. And eventually, I'm going to kind of soup this guy up with some of the extra pieces that I have for the Night Hunter. And I'm going to show you what the difference is because these are only available on BBTS. And the Night Hunter is no longer available. Are they going to get more? I really don't think so, but I can't tell you for sure. But if you want to go on the aftermarket, you'll be able to decide if you wanted to stick with this one or go on the aftermarket and get that. So anyway, there we go. It does tell you what number it is, number 9. On the back, it has the same comic panel, and then it has a different picture right here because obviously it doesn't have as much stuff in here. So anyway, we're going to get into this. If you like this type of stuff and you like this Fresh Monkey Fiction, this Operation Monster Force stuff that I've been giving you, please take a second, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I drop something such as this. Now let's get to this and see the differences between this one and the Night Hunter. Alright, so quickly I'm going to show you the boxes here. As you can see, this is the Kiloworg Night Hunter. It has the X for 10, and this one here is technically, I know I've been saying 9, technically I guess that's 11. So it's still, wait a minute, that still doesn't make any sense. It means that we're still missing something, which means the accessory pack has to be number 9, right? I believe that's correct. Anyway. Here is the back of them, and here's what you can see is the difference. This is the Night Hunter. It has the actual Night Hunter on it with the trench coat, some dog tags and stuff like that. Where this one here is just a naked buck. The comic panel is the exact same. The writing of what the Forgotten King has returned and what the actual Kiloworgs are, they're the exact same also. And when you look at the front, you can see there really is no difference. All the extra accessories for the Night Hunter is hidden behind in the plastic, where this one is on the, everything is on the outside. There isn't nearly as much. So we're going to take a look at everything and see if there's anything in here that you want to invest in getting the higher, more expensive one. It's really up to you. And we're going to see if there's any difference. Okay, so here's the Night Hunter, and here's everything that he's going to come with. He comes with 2 extra heads. One is smoking a cigar, one is a yelling face. And then you're going to have a few sets of extra hands. So you have this open hand, all right, looks extremely nice. You can see the fur on it, the black-tipped fingernails. Clearly this guy is fairly angry as he is a werewolf. We have these 2 here that are more like a gripping in some ways. Again, all the detail is the exact same. You can see the fingernails, or not the fingernails, the knuckle joints there. So that all looks really good. And then you also have these 2 trigger fingers, which is good because I'm going to find some sort of gun to give them. Whether or not I give them this, maybe I give them a minigun. The faces and everything look to be the exact same. So we're going to grab this angry, the yelling one. All right. And when you look at it, you can tell they are the same paint. All right. So one is not darker. At some points, people thought maybe one was a little bit darker than the other one. But as you can tell, looking at this, the eyes are the exact same. Teeth are. Same with the gums and everything. So looks really good. I don't think you can complain too much. I thought this design was really nice. I am going to be adding to this. Now, if you are wondering what the Night Hunter comes with that this one doesn't. Well, let's quickly go over it. So if you get the Night Hunter, you can recreate this one without a problem. So, all right, he comes with all this other stuff, so you can just have a regular looking werewolf. So you can see the the naked pelvis and thighs, and then you have his fur that goes across them. All right. This one comes just like I said, naked. So you also get the regular pants. You get this belt that came with Veteran Williams. It has shotgun shells that are removable, but again, he does not come with a shotgun. Now that does bother a lot of people, including myself, because, well, I would have rather had a shotgun than really this minigun they gave him. All right. He has these dog tags, and then he has a vest. All right. Now, that vest here could also be swapped out for this trench coat, which again looks pretty nice. But with either one of them, that gives you arms, and then these pieces obviously to hide the butterfly joints right there. You also get this, I can't really call it a minigun, it's more like a full Gatling gun here with a bullet belt. You get a separate bullet belt so you can wrap around him. You get another bullet belt that I don't know why you need it. And then you also get this extended predator-like claw. So that's all the extra pieces that you get for another $25. And then if that's something you're into, if that's something you feel you need, you're either going to have to wait for BBTS. AliExpress, I think, still has them. Or you have to go on eBay and pay a little bit extra. Up to you. That is, again, all up to you. So I am going to post a link in this video at the end, and also in the description, so you can go watch this review if you're interested in seeing everything else that you might have missed out with this one. So, all right. So quickly, we'll take a look at this head here. It does have the smoking cigar. It is bent, and I think it's supposed to be the yellow eyes. Fur looks great. Teeth, I love the way this teeth is. Now I'm not going to have the exact same head on here. I want to have different heads, that is for sure. But that one looks good. I've already showed you this one here, how great that sculpt looks. We've already looked at the hands. As for the figure here, we'll take a look at them. So I showed on the other one there, so you can see exactly how his teeth kind of protrude out there. The yellow eyes, and everything else that comes with him. So here you have this big fur piece that goes over it. Now, I don't have it on that one because he has the vest on. So you have to pop off the head. Now, full disclosure, there is an issue with the ball joint on the size of the head and these. These are way too small. It is something that every single person struggled with. Okay? And so this is the one that came on there, and it looks like it's bigger. So these ones are too small. You have to heat this up really, really hot. Really, don't boil, but let it sit there, and you're just going to have to stretch that out. I know some people have drumbled it out or bored it out. You don't have to do that, but it isn't the easiest to get that thing back on here. I think putting this head back on isn't going to be a problem because that hole is already expanded. The problem is that the plastic that is used on these heads here is a real stiff plastic, so it doesn't stretch out nearly as much as you would hope when trying to get that thing back on. All right, so his articulation, he can look down and he can look up, obviously look side to side, and you have this fur here. Let me pop this off so you can kind of quickly take a look at this here. All right. So it has an insert right here, so it follows it around. All right, so this is separate. It keeps the aesthetic looking a lot better. And this is his full mane when you're not going to have a coat on him. But I'm planning on putting a coat on him. You got the detail in the arms. Biceps look really good. And then you have all this fur just off his forearm. Now, I wish they would have given him punching hands. It's great to have scratching hands. I think that really works. I'm not a huge fan of punching hands, but I think that's something that a werewolf might actually do. along with obviously these scratchy hands. But the abs look really good, okay? Going down to the waist, got these wonderful looking thighs. I wish my legs would have ever developed that well. My legs just kind of grew, never developed all that well. And then you have a hidden calf, which is something a lot of people have an issue with, but I had wonderful calves. I'm telling you way too much about when I used to lift weights a lot. Anyway, the fur here, okay, it all looks good. The toenails here are nice and black. All right, and then you have this articulated tail. I think they could have done a better job with the articulation. There's no doubt at all. But either way, it is able to move. You can do a little bit of stuff. All right, now a lot of people have had issues with these figures, saying that the knees are really weak. I had no issues with this. As you can see, it stands alone. They do not have holes for stands, which is perfectly fine because he's got big feet. If you can't stand this figure, then yeah, I don't know what you're doing collecting toys. I know I'm insulting someone. So, no double joints. All right, so you get about a 90 degree right there. And I will say you may want to heat this figure up. I know when I popped everything off him, it was a lot easier. So, there's your elbow joints. He gets this T-pose. I don't even remember doing any articulation in the last video. So, bicep swivel. There's his wrists. Everything actually popped off this guy really easily. All right, there you have your diaphragm cut, and then he can turn side to side. All right, it does look, I guess it doesn't look that bad because it is hidden. All right, there's your Jean-Claude Van Damme. He does have drop-down hips. All right. There is your knees, which even though it's on a single joint, that is well over 90 degrees. So I don't know how you complain that much. Here his is I don't even know what this is called. If there's a vet in the chat watching this, explain to me what this is called on a wolf, on a dog. All right. Now as for him standing, just trying to fix this arm here. How well does he stand? Well, we're about to find out. And I'm not going to be popping off anything. I think we can pop off a hand. You can watch the other video and see exactly how easily he came apart. Now I have no problem. He stood just fine right there. Now obviously you can see the other one sitting there too. All right. But I don't have any loose joints, and I know a few people have complained about looseness in these ones. I don't feel anything that's loose. Maybe once I heat them up and pop some of the stuff off, it might be. All right. So I'll show you the head issue, because I got to pop this off anyway. So right there, you can see the size of that head. Now I'm going to leave this off for right now. And we're going to see. So that head pops right back on. No problem at all. And that's the head I'm going to be using, I think. But when I use this one here, and once again I can show you the difference, you can look and see that those two head pegs are completely different sizes. I really had to struggle to get that head on there, and this would be the exact same. So I'm not heating anything up here. And that thing is not going to go back on without a good amount of heat. All right. So you're going to have to heat this up. Again, hot tap water, hot tap water. Don't heat anything up on this side. This ball joint is actually solid enough. You just kind of want to push that on there. I would assume by now that this one here has been stretched out and it should stay in position, but obviously the screaming one I still never did. So now to put this thing back on, there's not a lot of room. We'll just say that. So throw this up on here. I just want this one here. And that actually popped on fairly easy. As for the hands, They pop off super easy. And these ones pop right back on. So now can we get this guy? Oh, his tail also comes off. So again, big feet. Don't have a problem standing. He will fall over here because right down there I didn't set him up too well. But I just kind of wanted to get him in a walking position. Again, big feet. You don't need a stand, so there's no reason to have a hole. And I'm perfectly fine with that because look at that. That's a really nice design, especially if you want to do snow, dirt pictures where they're walking through them. So anyway, there is your, what was this one called again? The Primal Kiloworg, which is number 11, which still leaves us with number 9. And, well, where the hell is number 9? Anyway, let's wrap this up. All right, so there you go. That is the Primal Kiloworg. $60 compared to $85. That's all. Whether it's up to you. If you feel 60 is fine, and 85 is too much, maybe this is all that you want. Maybe you love werewolves, and I think it's a pretty good deal, to be honest. I've spent a lot more on action figures, and obviously I spent a lot less. And I'll always like less, there's no doubt. But I don't think for 60 bucks this is a bad deal at all. I don't spend your money, so it's all how you decide to spend it. And 85, if that's what you want to spend, then you know what? Shoot for it, go for it. Because I think that one's worth it too. I like the other stuff, obviously, as I'm going to mix and match to make this one have his own look. Anyway, there you go. I gotta say, how many times I gotta say, so anyway. I think there's a drinking game for that. But I'm going to get out of here. I am going to take some pictures and get this guy how I want him and get him in my Operation Monster Force display, because that is growing by a lot of kit bashing with other figures that I'm doing. But please don't go anywhere. You stayed this long. You obviously think I make some awesome videos, and damn do I. I don't. Take a second, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I drop an Operation Monster Force video. Now don't go anywhere, because like I said, I make some pretty damn videos. And right now you're totally intrigued on what was the other one called? The Night, I can't remember. The Night Hunter. You're super intrigued about the Night Hunter, so please go right there. You can click on it, and down here will be the playlist for all the other Operation Monster Force stuff that I've done. Yes, I just changed my voice. Have a great day.